Hello everyone, I'm Carrie and I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today the topic is going to be what now. So it's so funny because I was like winding down for the day, but I was feeling kind of restless. I'm like, what is this restless energy? Like, what's going on? Because like literally I don't have anything to be restless about right now. I'm real chill right now. And I was like, well, let me just play some music. And when I turned on my app, I saw this song that I was listening to last, and it's called What Now by Rihanna from the Unapologetic album. And in that song, she's basically, this is my interpretation, she's like screaming out to the universe, what now? Like, whenever you can hear her say, what now? It feels like she's screaming, like, why? What now? But it was really like the energy of putting so much work into something. I want to say in the song she's talking about a relationship, but this doesn't have to be a relationship. Anything that you have taken, years and put your like time, your effort, your willpower, like something that you really want it to work, that you really just put everything in, and then for it to not work. And it's like, okay, so what now? Like I put all of that into it. It's even like that feeling of if this doesn't work out, then what else is going to work out? Like I did everything. Why isn't it working? Why didn't it work for me? It's kind of like, what now? But also that same energy of that song, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. So like, even after putting all that work into it, the thing that you put the work into, you're now realizing, or maybe at a point where you're feeling, okay, this is not, I put all this work into it, but I'm not feeling it anymore. Like I put all this effort into it. So I should love it, right? This should be the thing for me. But it's kind of like waking up one day and be like, nah, this isn't it. So what now? What's next? What am I supposed to do? So that is the energy that I'm feeling for this reading. I am very interested to see what we'll get here. So we got three different piles. Pile one, pile two, pile three. Okay, let's get started with pile one. Okay, pile one. This is your spread. So right off the bat, we're starting out with the Five of Cups. And that's that energy of loss. But it's interesting, when I look at all the cards, I see a beautiful story. So it looks like you decided to go off on your own and to try something different. And this different thing actually is going to be something that it goes against like the structure. It goes against, what is that? The status quo. Because we got the Five of Cups turning her back to the Emperor. And I really get that energy of like, I know this is the way that you want me to do it, but I gotta go out there on my own and see like how I can make it happen. Like basically somebody who just wants to go out there and do it on their own, do it their own way. Because we have that Five of Cups being clarified by the Fool. It's like, I'm going to figure it out. Like I might not know anything about this situation. I don't know the rules and regulations. I don't know what should and should not be done. I don't know what people have done in the past. Like maybe even research has not been done. It's just like, I'm gonna just get out there and do it. I got the passion, I got the heart, I got the skill, I got the drive. I'm gonna just go and do it. And so that's that energy of someone going out there, trying something, but failing. Because we've got the Five of Cups. It's like three tries, three fails, but still the two cups are there. And because I'm reading this and seeing it being clarified by the Fool and the Two of Cups, it's like, yes, there were three failures, but the passion is still there. Like the love for that thing, like the heart is still there. But right now, especially if you're in that energy that I was talking about earlier, like what now, what now? Why is this happening? Like I put all this energy and effort, but I'm not getting anything. What now? Especially if you're in that energy, I'm super seeing that showing up here. And because we have next the Emperor, that's clarified by the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, that's kind of that energy that you were ignoring before. It's like that status quo, that do, like this is the way to go. This is the pathway that people take when they decide to do this thing. Like I see that you did not want to do it that way. You wanted to ignore that. But now there's a need to turn back to that energy. Not to do it that way, but now that you know that the way that you wanted to do it is not going to be the way to do it, now you're going to look at that way and kind of integrate some of that with the things that you've already learned. Like this may not have worked, but maybe this will work. This is kind of an in-between. This is not the old way, or my way, but this is an in-between way. This is kind of in between. I do feel like there's a desire there for things to work out exactly how you want them to work, but it's like maybe the timing is wrong, or like, even when I say timing, I'm talking about 2023. Maybe this is something that in 2055 is not going to be new at all. It's going to be the status quo. But for right now, 2023, the timing is off. And so you're just slowly stepping your way towards making this thing a reality in this time, but you might be a little early. You know what I mean? So it's figuring out within this same energy that's run by the emperor of, structure and order. How do you get this thing to happen in this energy? And so I see you integrating the things that you learned as the fool, as someone who didn't know what they're doing, with what you know from observing and seeing the emperor. So even studying, going back to school, even talking to people, doing research online, interviews, however it is that you're going to find out what it is that you need to know so that you can continue moving forward on your quest to do this thing that you tried without any help, without any knowledge. You just was like, I have this dream and this passion, I'm going to make it happen. I don't need all this other stuff. I just need myself and my dream. And so, whoop, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, learning and integrating. And so it's interesting. One of the major lessons you're going to learn, or have learned, is coming up here on this side of the spread. We've got Six of Swords with Justice in the Tower. So it's like a major part of the knowledge and major part of creating, and even a major part of life, is knowing that you get what you paid for. So when you try to do this new thing, there may not have been enough investment in terms of money, in terms of time, in terms of research. So you're understanding, like, I get what I pay for. That is a huge lesson that sometimes we don't learn until later. Like, there might be people out there who are still trying to do these get rich quick schemes. I mean, like gambling and that kind of stuff, where if you just save the money that you spend on gambling, you might get rich. It's just not going to be quick. And of course you might hit it big, but sometimes when people are gambling, even if they hit big, they want to try and hit again and again and again, right? So they end up losing that same money they just got. It is a different type of energy. It's like knowing that once you put in the work for the long haul, that's when the things are going to show up for you. It might not be immediate. And so all I'm seeing here is like, you get what you pay for. That's the major lesson that you learned, because it's like, if you're answering the question, what next? And you still have these two cups, so the passion for the thing that you wanted to do is still there, then what next is you're going to try it again, but in a more like educated way, like you've learned more, so a more elevated way. And because you now know that you get what you paid for, or will get what you pay for, you're going to invest better, you're going to do better, you're going to put more time, or give it a bigger timeline, have a better plan, have more resources, like whatever it is that you need, more research, all of that, so that you can win, so that justice is always going to prevail. It's always going to be balanced. So if you put $5, that's the amount of, like, you put $5 worth of energy into it, that's the amount that you're going to get back, $5. You understand? Like, that's like the rules of the universe. And so because you were here, this Five of Cups, you were like, I don't understand why the Emperor, and the Emperor can be anything. I don't understand why the Emperor or the powers that be do it like this. We could just do it like that. I'm going to show you. This is your energy here. But here you're like, okay, I'm understanding why the Emperor does it like that. There's still things wrong with how the Emperor does it. But I understand there's certain rules and regulations that must be abided by. Like, you can't get rid of these things. And these are like the rules of the universe, let's say. So you can't get by them. You're learning that. And you're integrating that. And that's what's coming up here. We got Temperance, clarified by the Star. I mean, this is like the same energy to me. See how they're, oh wait, we can't show the lady. They're both pouring. Oh, we can't see her other hand. Both pouring water here, just in different types of ways. So Temperance, to me, it really reminds me of alchemy, because the water is pouring sideways. And then the star, it's like she's pouring water from, it's like she's pouring water into here and into here. But it seems like a lot of water is coming out of these little tiny vessels. And so that water's coming from somewhere. It's like a healing water, like I feel like there's a scripture in the Bible about water healing, like the flowing of water healing. But that's what's going on here. Like you're really learning. Let me keep that on there. You're really integrating the things that you learn, like turning that pain into prosperity, turning that failure into a win, because you're like, okay, I'm learning, I'm understanding, I know, like this is what it's going to take for me to be able to do what it is that I want to do. I can't quite do it my own way, but I'm not going to do it how the emperor does it. So let me go in and find my in-between way. Like there's an option number 2. There's a 1 over here and a 3 over here, but there's one in the middle that's going to work for me. And then all of that is being clarified by strength. So it's like you doing this healing process of understanding and like integrating, and then like healing from the past and knowing, okay, this is why I failed, because this is the amount of effort I put into it, so that's what I got back. It's going to give you strength for the future, because it's like you now understand the rules of the game. Now that you understand the rules of the game, now you know how to play it. And then that gives you strength moving on in the past, or sorry, in the future, because you know it's like, okay, I'm going to put more than $5 worth of effort into it. I know I need to like get my stamina up, because if I'm going to put a lot more effort into it, I need to do this over an extended period of time. I need to make sure I have this and that together. I'm going to have to like make a better plan, like basically understanding everything that you need in order to actually win, but not to win in the emperor's way, but to win in your way. Because there were just some rules that you needed to learn, like rules of the universe. So when it comes to what now, what's next, I think the integration process is still going on. Just from feeling that energy, like that longing energy of what now. It's like, what now? Like I need to understand better that longing energy. Once you finish integrating that and understanding like how everything, again, this justice card, I'm just seeing like you get what you pay for. You understand what you put into it. And you understand how it didn't work out. Like, okay, I might not have put in that much work. Okay, I get it. I understand. Once you get to that point, then you can move forward again. You can try it again. Because these 2 cups are still here. They're not going to go away. These 2 cups that, like 2 cups of passion, that fire and desire, the burning inside of you to keep doing that thing, that's still there. But right now there's some heartbreak there, some healing that needs to be done. And then you won't have that feeling anymore of that what's next, what's now. You'll understand like, okay, that was iteration 1. Let's move on to 2.0 iteration 2. Let's understand better. We're just gonna have to come at it from a different way. You're gonna try again and integrate those things that you learned and understand like, okay, I learned some rules of the universe. Maybe this next time I'll learn some more rules, or maybe this next time I'll win. You know, just kind of allowing and understanding like the first try doesn't have to be everything. Like that's how we learn in life, failure. We fall as children, we get back up again. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to be a little bit balanced before I start running. Let me walk a little bit slower as a baby. And then you finally get it, and then it's easy. It's light work for you to walk. And that's how it's gonna be here in this new thing that you're learning. Just remember, the passion is always gonna be there. You might not be feeling it right now because the heartbreak is kind of like overriding everything. That's actually the card I see for the bottom of the deck. I'm gonna have to put my light better. I see the 3 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. So this heartbreak that you're feeling right now might have you feeling like you can't move forward. Which is giving you that longing feeling of what's next, what now, what do I do? I've done all these things, what do I do? But as soon as you, I won't say get over the heartbreak, but kind of like understand it better, so that's not the number one thing that you're feeling, then you're going to be able to remember that passion that you had. And you're going to be able to pick up your wand again and try again. Might not be the thing that you want to hear right now. Especially, I know sometimes when you're feeling heartbreak, you're like, you know what, I don't even want to do it anymore. I don't even want to touch it anymore. I'm so done. I'm not even going to do it. Whatever it is. But just know that that's a temporary feeling. Again, these 2 cups are still here. So the passion's still there. Okay, pile one, that is your reading. Thank you so much for watching, listening, liking, and subscribing, all of that. Okay, I'll move on to pile two. Okay, pile two, this is your spread to answer what now. So this is interesting. I was really getting the energy. So this first card here, this is the Hangman. And I was really getting the energy of like a spinning wheel. You know when you burn rubber, it's kind of like spinning in place and it's like kicking up debris. That's what I feel here in this hangman energy. So it's like you may feel really, really stuck right now. Literally doing the same thing over and over and over again. Maybe not even the same thing, but like you're stuck in the same place, but you're not really getting results. And you might be really working hard. You might be learning lots of lessons. So if you're someone who, especially like spiritual person who feels like, you know, life gives you lessons to learn, you have been learning those lessons, like lesson after lesson after lesson. It's like you might think, I got it already. Why am I getting this lesson again? But it might be the same lesson, different situation. And then it might come up again in another different situation. It's like, I already got that. Why am I getting this again? And it's just really the energy of you sitting in one spot and learning a lot of things at once. So we're getting the Hangman, and that is clarified by balance. I want to say that's justice. And then the King of Cups. And so it's like all these challenges that you're getting right now, you are doing a great job. Like you're passing those challenges, but it's helping you to strengthen yourself, like when it comes to your confidence. So maybe you're getting the same challenge over again because it's like, no, you gotta get faster at this. Come on. It's literally like a coach, like blowing their whistle. Okay, go, go. Like get faster at this. Come on, I'm timing you. Like that's the energy I'm feeling here is what the universe is saying to you. It's like, hey, you need to get your confidence up in this. Like you know these lessons. You know how to pass these tests, but you're being hesitant. Like you're not acting like you are who you are, and we got to get you to a point where you are who you are, because this next place that you're going, you got to be ready for it. That's what I'm the energy I'm getting. Like you are learning these lessons over and over and over. Look at this card. Hold on, let me put the light on it. Oh, it's too bright. You see this guy, his face. He's got these 3 cups in front of him, like, oh my God. And the angel's giving him another cup. He's like, oh, I don't want it. He's sitting under this tree. All this fruit has fallen from the tree, and it's just making me think of like a chaotic situation because you know when it's windy, all the fruit falls down, but he's sitting under that tree for shelter, and it's like, but he's probably getting smacked in the head by the fruit. He's just like unhappy. I'm unhappy. Why am I here right now? Why do you keep smacking me in the head with these apples? Why do you keep handing me this cup of mess, of stuff that I don't want? And it's because it's like you're building your confidence. I feel like I'm jumping all around these cards, but just bear with me because that's how the story is jumping. We see the King of Cups here. It's like, in order for you to be the King of Cups, you need to be able to see yourself in all the situations, like all of the emotional situations that you would ever experience. Not ever in life, but it will give you a good foundation to see yourself in many different situations. So, for example, if you want to be a leader, you're going to need to like be able to handle certain types of energies. And that's just what I feel like is coming towards you. It's like you're getting people who are really super nice, but they have ulterior motives. You're getting people who are super mean, but it's like, oh, wait, actually, you're really mean because your heart is just broken and I need to give you compassion. You're giving people who are disconnected from themselves, but you really need them to pay attention and listen. So it's like, what strategy do I employ there? Like you're just really learning how to handle different situations, and because it's this cups, it's like different emotional situations. Like how can you be a great leader? This may not be what you want to be, but this is just the example I'm giving. Like how can you be a great leader if you haven't been able to see all these different situations and have a response to them? Like how do you see yourself doing this? Like how have you thought about it? Have you, you know, if you meet someone who is crying on the street, and like what do you do in that situation? How do you assess that? Like you're being trained in order to do that. It's like, okay, be faster about it. You've seen this before. Come on, you can do it. That's really the energy I'm getting. Like, we gave you this person before, this shiesty energy person. You know how to deal with them. Don't be hesitant. Tell them to go away, or tell them, hey, check. I'm gonna check you right now. Don't sit and wait many different times. Like, don't make us have to give you 3 cups every time. Do it on the first cup. Do it the first time. So it's like you learning how to handle all of these situations that are coming up against you. It doesn't necessarily have to be against, but because this person is not happy, it's not good situations. Like, you're learning, you're stuck in this position so that you can learn all of these different energies so that the next time, the next place you go, because you're definitely going somewhere, you will have all that information to be able to use for your next situation. So I'm going to move over here to the 8 of Cups. This is all about leaving and moving on. It's so funny because you may have been stuck in this cycle of like learning all these lessons for so long that you forgot that that's not really, like, this is not really what life is about. This is just a training ground. I can't speak. This is just the learning ground. This is just you learning and figuring it out. So this person, they got all of these cups in this chest. It's like, okay, you have mastered it. You got all these cups. Now let's move on from the training ground to real life, to what's really about to happen. Like, let's actually go and do the thing that we've been training for. And so when I think of that energy of what now, I really feel like you have been training for so long that you might have forgotten that you're training for something. It's like, okay, but what am I doing this for again? Oh, I forgot. Because I've just been stuck here so long doing these same things, learning these same lessons over and over. Like, you might even be going backwards because it's like, I'm tired, like, whatever. Here, y'all just do whatever you want. I'm tired. Like, you might be regressing because you just have been beaten down so much with these lessons. And I think that energy is just telling you it's time to move on. It's time to go somewhere where you can use all these lessons that you've learned. So I'm seeing this person juggling. It's like, okay, now that you have all this knowledge and these skills now, it's time to use them. It's time to put them to work. And so, because I really just feel like the energy of your spirit guides being the ones behind this, like the ones training you, your coach basically, that's pushing you forward. You could literally have a coach. But I feel like this energy is so, like, it's so specific. You can either like be in school and have like a teacher training you for this, like a literal coach for like swimming, or I don't know, I'm thinking like swimming because I'm thinking about the timer and being faster, or literally like you can have a coach in life, like a life coach in general that's training you for something that you want. So they're helping you to like, okay, you need to know this, you got to know that, blah, blah, blah. Like, they're trying to get you ready. But I really do feel like this is the energy of helpers in the solar realm. So like your God team, like your people who are there for you, your angels who are helping you out with this, because it's like a big thing. It's like a shift in your life. And sometimes, especially when we don't exactly know what's coming towards us, we won't really understand why we're going through all these things. And that's why I feel like this, because you're going through this stuff, but you're like, why? Why I'm putting all this energy and I'm learning all these lessons, but why do I keep getting them over and over again? It's because they want you to learn it like that. Like, want it to be second nature for you, because this place that you're going is gonna be, it's gonna be exciting. Like, it's gonna, like, you could get caught up if you're not stable and grounded in who you are and what you know, and like if you don't have your 10 toes down, you can get caught up in this energy that you're gonna go to next. But first, they need to get you out of this stuck energy. And so I believe what's next, what's about to happen, is that you're going to get some very exciting opportunities. Like, things are just going to start happening for you. You're going to get opportunities, and like, just maybe people coming from your energy, like people saying, hey, I've got this opportunity for you because I see you've been doing that. And I like what you've been doing. Can you come over here? Can you do this for us? Can you do, like, you're gonna just start getting opportunities, which is why I see all these fireworks happening. It's like things are just gonna start coming at you, and you're not gonna be able to stay in this same hangman energy, this 8 of Swords energy. Like, you're gonna have to take the blindfold off and see, like, actually I've grown so much. Like, I used to think I was a novice, but no, now I'm an expert. Now I am the King of Cups. I used to think that I couldn't handle all of these emotions and situations, but maybe it was because I was kind of getting beaten down in this one area. But when I like step back and really see myself, I see like, wow, I really have collected all these cups. Like, I have become a master. I know what I'm doing now. I can do this on a larger scale now. I can do it in a different place now. I can do it for many people, not just one person. You know, like you're finally able to see yourself as what your angels have been seeing you as, which is why they've been training you so that you can like be ready. It's like, okay, it is finally time for you to graduate and to move up to the big leagues. That's what's about to happen for you. I see the bottom of the deck, Justice, followed by the Chariot. It's like all that work, all that pain, all those lessons that you learned, you're gonna get back. Like you're gonna get rewards for putting in that work, and it's gonna happen quickly. Like it's coming for you. It's coming forward towards you. Look, rewards that come from hard work. So you've been putting in the work. You're gonna get your rewards, and they're gonna be equal. We have Justice and the Lovers. All that work you've been putting in, all that pain you've gone through, all those apples hitting your head, all those cups that you didn't really want coming at you, you're going to get equal justice back. Like, I'm not sure what it is that you're seeking, and you might not even be sure, because I really feel like this is divinely orchestrated, and they be orchestrated. It's so funny. Like you might think you know what you're training for, but no, it's something completely different. It's just like, you know what? I do have the qualifications for that, but wow, I didn't think that that was what I was getting qualified for. So whatever it is that's happening for you, you're going to be overqualified for it. You're going to be ready. They made sure of it. They are not going to push you out until you are ready. But yes, what's next is you're graduating. You're gonna move on. It might literally be moving to a whole different place, or you're just gonna be moving like in position, leveling up, graduating, and all those skills that you have attained from all those lessons that you've been learning. Who knows how long it's been, if it's been years or what. You have that confidence now. You have that strength now. You're able to do it. You're able to withstand it and withhold it. And so whenever those opportunities come to you, remember that. Don't think, oh, I'm not ready. Remember, like, no, you've been training for this. Remember. Okay, Pile 2, good luck. How exciting. Thank you so much for watching this reading, liking, and subscribing. And I'm going to move on to Pile 3. All right, Pile 3. Okay. So for your pile, I'm really getting the energy of you. So we have this first card that's Share Your Voice. And it's funny because normally when I see this card, I'm like, yeah, you need to share your voice. You need to get out there. But I really see for you, you have been doing this. You've been out there sharing your voice. You've been shouting from the rooftops, like you've been spreading your message everywhere out there. So much so that you might actually be really, really tired. So from before I was saying like that what now energy is about feeling like I've been doing this, I've been putting so much energy into it, I've been going and going and going, but now I'm not seeing the results that I've been wanting. And for you, I really feel like you might even be exhausted because you've just been working so hard, spreading your message, putting your energy out there, even if it's your job or like your side thing, or even if you're like a healer, because this is the Work Your Light tarot deck. So you might be a healer, you might be literally out there healing people, healing the world, and you just are giving it your all, but you're like, okay, what now? Because I'm exhausted and I still have so much work to do. So even seeing this, Share Your Voice, it's like you're hiding out here in this safe space, but normally you would be on the top of this pyramid, like speaking to the people, sharing your gifts, sharing your voice. So we have Get Grounded and Star Mother. Like I really feel like you're just right now in the energy of taking care of yourself, doing some self-love, self-care practices, even like not doing what you normally do when it comes to healing. You might be hiding out because again, you're exhausted. I just feel this energy of being very tired because you're putting so much work into it. And you might even be more tired than you normally would be. Like you're doing the same stuff, but you're even more tired. And you're like, okay, what now? Because I thought I was doing what I was supposed to do. Why am I tired? I should be feeling joy. I should be happy. I should be, shouting from the rooftops because this is what I came out here to do. Like, why am I feeling tired? And it's very much saying that right now you're going through an awakening period. We've got awakening and initiation. And we have above that protection. So it's like right now you're actually being energetically upgraded. So if you don't believe in energetic upgrades, this might not be the pile for you because I don't even have an analogy for what that is. Honestly, like you're being upgraded in your energy, like you're going to be able to serve more people, do more, but it's like the drawdown before the build up. So it's like right now you're in the drawdown period where you're resting. Do you do Tai Chi? Maybe if you do Tai Chi, you know what I mean. When you like you collect the energy and then you give it out. That is what you're doing right now. So you're drawing in and collecting the energy. We have awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration and initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. I really do feel like your energy is being upgraded. Your DNA is being upgraded. Whatever deities you work with, or even if you're with the Council of Light, because we do have them coming out in this reading, those are who are upgrading you. And so it's just taking you and your body time to integrate this energy. So you're going to be more tired now. You're not going to be able to do as much as you used to do when it comes to like healing and helping others, but it's just that time to be spending on yourself, like literally taking a break, spending time on yourself, protecting your energy to make sure that you're able to go through this process, this transformation, and have enough energy for you and yourself, like not being so concerned about other people. So you might be wondering what's next, why do I feel tired, why am I doing this? Because it's time to focus on you right now. So underneath Council of Light, we've got transformation and don't dim to fit in. So this is exciting because whatever's going to happen to you is going to make you even more visible, even more interesting, even more attractive. However it is you get clients or however people come to you to know or know that you are a healer, they're going to see you even more so now. And so with that, I saw the protection over here, but it's like even more like protecting yourself. Again, as you level up, your protection has to level up too. So making sure even in this time of like healing and period and resting, going ahead and like, okay, I'm gonna have to add more protection to my rituals every day. So what do I need to do before I leave home? What's the little extra thing I can add? How can I give myself even more time, like meditation time? How can I make sure to protect my energy when I'm out and about? Do I need to wear different crystals? I got to switch it up. Like, really, especially because you're resting at this time, putting that time into yourself to understand, like, okay, my energy is changing. So, how do I need to adjust my daily schedule and routine for that? Do I need to change my foods that I eat? Do I need to give myself more time to exercise, to meditate, more time to study so that I can learn new methods? Like, what do I need to do? Because you're literally changing. I mean, seeing this lady, she's got this DNA thing in her hand. It is like you are changing. Changes are being made. Again, it can make you a little bit more tired. Rest, 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 rest. And then over here we have Soul Family, Akasha, and the Crumbling. So right now would be a great time. Let me actually read this card. It says, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And sometimes I feel like the work that we do alone because we're like either alone with our clients or either out, praying alone or whatever alone, but you don't have to carry the burden alone. So there are people who can assist you. Like you can literally get Reiki done. You can get massages done. Like you can get help from other people, like your support system, people to help you. Like you don't have to carry that burden alone. You're a healer. There's other healers out there who can help heal you as well. So you don't have to feel like you're alone in this. Like not only do I have to help others, I have to help myself. Who's going to help me? Like I'm getting that energy, that feeling. But just remember, like you're not the only one. You can ask for help. You can get other people to help you. You can ask for your guides. Again, your Council of Light members, if you work with them, make sure you're understanding and knowing that you're not out here by yourself doing this work. There's other people who are there to help and assist you, just like you're helping and assisting other people. And then we have your guidance is divinely guided, clarified by the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? I do want to say, like sometimes, especially like just to reiterate on that, you're not alone. Sometimes, especially when you're a healer, especially when you've been doing this for a while, you just don't feel like there's people who are like you who can assist you. But if you look, they're there. And especially seeing your guidance is divinely guided. If you feel guided to go to a certain class or like watch a certain class, or sorry, attend a certain class, even watch a video online, like those are the ways that you're getting help too. It's not just, I don't know, people doing energetic healing on you. Maybe you're gonna be enlightened, or you'll be entertained, and that can assist in like lifting your energy back up. Like if you were drained or something like that. I think just remembering that if you're called to work with someone or you're called to study this certain thing, know that your guidance is divinely guided. If you're seeing signs, give it a try. And clinging, what are you clinging on to? So when there's a lot of changes going on, it's hard to give up certain habits and things that we used to do. But sometimes you just can't do them anymore, especially when it comes to those energetic upgrades. I know for a lot of people, they start eating differently, maybe become vegan or vegetarian, or even just more conscious of the foods that you're putting in your mouth. Because I know with me, like when I first started my spiritual journey, I would be very sensitive to certain foods like pork and stuff like that. Like my energy would just really drain when I ate pork or heavy, greasy foods. And so I just had to like be conscious of what I was eating. And it wasn't even like I have to cut it 100% out of my diet, but I need to know time and place. Like I can't just eat a whole pork plate and then want to go channel something, because I'm just going to be feeling really lethargic. And even sometimes like just having, they say when you eat pork before you go to bed, you have nightmares. Like I would have nightmares and stuff. And I'm like, why am I having nightmares? Oh, okay, I just ingested something that maybe I should not have. So just understanding like some things are going to be changing, and your habits have to change too. No, you don't want them to, because that's just how I was feeling when I was going through things like this. But yeah, just pay attention and adjust accordingly. Accept that there are changes happening and that you can do something about it, yes. But especially when you're just undergoing the transformation, sometimes you're very, very, very sensitive. So some of the things that you used to do, you just cannot do anymore. And then maybe you can slowly work it back into your life and your habits. But it's just going to take some time, because when you're transforming in this way, like you just can be very, very sensitive, even to the people you're around, of course, the things you eat, the things that you watch. Some TV shows, it's just like, whoa, this is a little bit too much for me. I used to love watching Law and Order yet SVU, but I cannot watch that anymore. It's just way too much sad stuff happening. And so just adjusting accordingly so that you can get back out there and share your voice so that you're not so drained. It's just keeping it light. Literally the things you eat, the things you watch, the people you're around, types of energies you're around, keeping it a little bit light until you're ready to get back out there. Okay, and I just want to show the bottom of the deck. We've got take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So this is what you're doing right now. Clarified by keepers of the earth. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Even seeing this card, it reminds me of like the old ways of doing things. I don't know if you know your bloodline and you know how your family has done things growing up and coming up, but like really paying attention to that. Like, oh, grandma, she doesn't eat this kind of stuff. She doesn't do this kind of stuff. We don't really know why, but we see her doing this and that. Maybe I should pay more attention to that. So like kind of going back and studying, even if you don't have any relatives, like there's so many documentaries on how people lived back in the day, types of food they ate, how they cooked it. And I think there's something new on Netflix about the people who live the longest and the region they're from, the types of things they do and what they eat. Just kind of paying attention to that. That's why I'm saying ancestors stand beside you. So it's like people been doing this. You're not the only or first one, but just kind of trying to find some more information about habits and diets and all that. And then we have align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So that's what you're going through right now. You're figuring that out because you're seeing the feedback might not be immediate, but it actually might be when it comes to like the changes in your body and the changes that you might need to make to your environment, the things you're eating, the things you're watching, the people you're around, etc. You might see that immediately, but it's just like paying attention and making sure to implement those changes that need to be made. Again, as you level up your protection, and protecting yourself can be done in so many different ways. But I think it starts by like the basics, like you first and foremost paying attention to yourself and your needs, like your physical needs. Like, okay, am I hungry? Am I thirsty? Did I drink my gallon of water today? Did I brush my teeth? Like the basics, I'm talking. Getting back to that and then moving outwards from there. Okay, pile 3, that is your reading. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, all of that, and good luck with your transformation.